Hi there, I'm Falcon's Cosplay and today I bring the second part of the video about how I built Lady Maria's dagger. If you know how I made the first part, how I built the structure, I recommend you to check my previous video where you can see how I craft the prop. And in this one we are going to see how I made the paint job. So if you're curious, let's go to watch it. To start with the priming, I chose this transparent gloss spray from the brand Amo, and I just made sure that I achieved a smooth surface along all the prop. After that I gave a base coat in black spray that was a cheap one I bought in a local store. After the paint was dry enough, I masked all the parts I didn't want to paint with silver paint. The paint I'll be using is the Alclad 2 Metal. It's a product that achieves a really cool metallic effect, and in my case I only recommend you use it with airbrush because I have tried it before with a conventional brush and I didn't achieve a good result. The key for a smooth surface is just to apply it slowly in very thin layers, because the clue is to be careful and go slowly until you have applied like 7 or 8 coats in the same side. When I finished the metallic parts, I removed the masking and I went for the painting of the handle with silver paint and a fine brush. To start, I used the leadbelcher paint from Citadel so I could do some fine lines for the filigrees. The decorations on the blade were looking so plain, so I decided to apply some shading to enhance the higher parts and shade the deeper ones. So I used the nuln oil from Citadel, but it's really an expensive method because this surface is really big, so I recommend you to use any black paint really diluted with water. You will have the same result. Another disadvantage of the shade is that I covered the whole surface with it, and I had to remove the parts that I wanted to look shiny because it has a matte surface and I didn't want to look this way. So I used some nail polish remover to just apply it in the parts I wanted to shine again. And we are almost at the end of the tutorial. The filigrees were looking so plain, so I decided to paint just some small spots in certain places so I could make the design look a bit more complicated. And to add a final touch, I just painted some black stripes to make the design look thinner in certain parts. so I could achieve more volume with it. All the painting is done, so I just varnished the whole part with Vallejo gloss varnish. It really keeps the shiny effect of the metallic paint, so I'm really glad that I chose this one in particular, because I have heard that there's alclad varnish that it works really well, but this one with just a couple coats, it's perfect. So we're done with the dagger. That's the end of the tutorial. I really hope you liked it. It was kind of experimental for me. It was the first time I worked with such techniques, and I never painted something like this before. I must say that the finish of the metallic effect was much better than I expected. And that's all. I hope you liked it, and if you're curious about any details that I forget to mention in the video, or if you want to know something more, or if you have any suggestions for my future videos, please comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. It's Falcones Cosplay. See you in the next video. Bye!